Right, board one that you played is on your screen. You can see the auction, one spade by North, a two club overcall, two spades pass four spades, end of auction, and we are told that the opening lead is the king of clubs. Typically, king plays king, king asks for count. If you're playing upside down count, you'll play the 5 in response. If you're playing standard count, you'll play the 10. But we will assume upside down at the moment, as long as the partner knows. So partner knows the declarer hasn't got any more spades, but you also know that you haven't got any more clubs rather. But partner also knows that you haven't got any more clubs either. So is there any harm in continuing with the Queen of Clubs? I don't think so. But the question is, what should West discard on it? She's not going to rough it. And does she throw a diamond or does she throw a heart? Well, she knows Declare has got at least 5 spades. It could easily be 6, but at least 5. So she doesn't need to hang on to all those diamonds, but she may need to hang on to all those hearts. You know, she's got King 10 9. If the Queen of Diamonds is led, she can duck it and then cover the next one, and the 10 will still be promoted. And Declarer will have entry to the Queen of Spades and the Ace of Hearts. But what it boils down to is that the hearts may be a trick. The diamonds, if they're a trick, won't lose it by throwing one away. So we're going to throw a diamond, not a heart, and declare roughs. Right. Now, what is Declarer going to do? If Declarer draws all the trumps, because they're breaking 3-1, then what will happen? Well, let's have a quick look. Let's see what happens if Declarer tries to draw trumps. Gets the bad news. Spades are 3 there, 3-1. Now, really, Declarer's only chance now, because she's got a definite diamond loser, is for the hearts to be 3-3. And they're not. So Declarer's going to lose the ace of diamonds and she's going to lose a heart. And that's going to be one off. So we're going to claim that as one off and then we'll put the hand back to the table. Right, so that was the one off if we play it like that. Let's put it back up to the table. And we're just going to bid 4 spades by North. We know what the bidding was. And this is a technique that you have all seen several times before if you have played in any of the dare competitions. This technique is one that we see over and over again. Let's have a look at it again. Club. Another club. You can see now why it would be fatal for West to discard a heart, because now Declarer has got 4 heart tricks. But we're going to throw a diamond. Declarer's going to rough. Now, if the hearts are 3-3, there's no problem. But if they're not, the extra chance that Declarer has is that she can ruff the 4th heart if, and only if, the same person has got 4 hearts as started off with the 3 trumps. So we're going to draw 2 rounds of trumps. And now we're going to start on the hearts. What will happen if the hearts are 3-3? We will find out now, but they're not. But East didn't rough it. East didn't have a trump left. Only West has a trump left. So we can now rough that losing heart with our Queen of Spades, while West, unfortunately, has to follow suit. Now we can give them a diamond. We don't care who takes it. We have got three tricks left. So the secret of this was to realize that if the hearts are 3-3, we don't have a problem. If the hearts are 4-2, then the only way we can make it is for us to rough the fourth heart, hoping that the person with four hearts is also the person that started off with three spades. And if we follow that and they turn out they did get roughed, the third round got roughed, we couldn't make it anyway. Because although we would have avoided the rough, we couldn't avoid the heart loser. Don't forget the bidding, says Pat. Yes, she did. Okay. But anyway, that's how we play board one to give ourselves the best chance. We've got three minor suit losers that we can do nothing about. Two clubs and a diamond, so we can't afford to lose a heart. But let's not rely on them being 3-3. That's somewhat 2-1 against, thereabouts. We do have an extra chance, quite a small one, but it's a chance worth thinking about, that the person that's got the fourth heart can't rough. They've got the trump, but they have to follow suit while you rough. Do we have any questions or comments on that board, on board one? Who got it right? Anybody? I know one person made it, but they were helped a little by the defence. Yeah, we do love the comments and we do love the questions. No, no questions, no comments. Then we will try to move on to board two, he says. Board two, here it comes. Okay, quite a long sequence this, but we will give it to you because it's typical of these sort of hands. One spade, pass. Now, this is an old-fashioned auction where West bids a natural two-no trumps. Most days nowadays, people would play this as some form of Jacoby or Jacoby, however you pronounce it. I think you pronounce it differently over the pond. But this is typically 12 or 13 points, something like that, probably. The old-fashioned way. North passes. East shows his second suit. West puts them back to spades. I prefer the spades to hearts. I think the six spade bid that comes next is being a little optimistic because all partner has done is given you preference. He might have three hearts and two spades and would probably still put you back to spades. Very old-fashioned, exactly, Sanya. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not responsible for the auction. And we're not really worried about the auction anyway. We're worried about the declarer play. Yeah, Alan, who puts these hands together for us, has modified the auction in quite a lot of places, taken things out that we would not understand today. Yeah, they were, well, I don't know. It didn't say this one was modified, but this is the auction I was given. I'm just having a look at abbreviated. I left out the Q bidding. That's what he says. So yes, but even so, assuming that there is support for West on the other side, I don't know what their bidding was before Alan got to it. But here we are. We're in six spades, and let's have a look. We get the opening lead of the 10 of clubs, we're told. And that really tells us that the club honours are both going to be wrong. But do we need them? Let's have a look what we've got. We've got six spade tricks and two diamond tricks is eight. No club tricks, we don't think. I don't think we can rough clubs enough times to give us any sort of dummy reversal. So what we need is three heart tricks. Six, seven, eight. Yeah, four heart tricks rather. So we can afford to lose a heart. And if the hearts are 3-2, we don't have a problem at all. We just draw the trumps, give them a heart and say thank you very much. So what we should be concentrating on is what do we do if they're not 3-2? Then we have to be a little bit more careful because we might have to rough one to set up the suit. So that's going to be our plan of action. We're going to rough this opening club lead. We'll draw just two trumps in case we have to rough a heart. And then we'll start on the hearts and see what happens. So we'll put the jack on. We never know. That could be from Queen 10, 9, something. Of course, it's not. We'll rough this one. And we're going to draw two rounds of trumps. And we'll start on the hearts. And look at that. Now, that could be from Queen Jack, it could be from Queen Jack 10, but it could be a singleton. And if we play small to the king next, or if we lead the king from dummy, and this is why we didn't lead the king from dummy in the first place, we could have done that. We can lead a small heart from hand now, and if South roughs it, South is roughing a loser. And we will catch the king of hearts and we can still rough a heart and set up our long heart. So South should not be roughing this trick. Discard a club or a diamond, where a club looks more likely. We know Declare hasn't got any. So now the king wins. And what does Declarer do next? Well, he wants to rough his fourth heart, but to do that, he's got to give away his third heart. But that doesn't cost him anything. He's going to lose that anyway. And we know North doesn't have trump to get that trump off the table. So he switches. He's not going to try and cash the ace of clubs. He's not going to play the jack of hearts because you can see Declarer can bluff that. So he'll play a diamond. Declarer wins. Roughs the heart. No matter what is South going to play? Club probably. Not that it matters. All that remains is for us to get back to hand with another club rough. Draw the trump. And Declarer can claim. He's got the nine of spades, the eight of hearts, which is now good, and the king of diamonds, which is still still on the table. So there we go. Six spades. The only danger was the hearts breaking 4-1 instead of 3-2, and that's what we had to guard against. I watched one table, I've forgotten whose Pat's partner was now, but Pat's partner played it. We only drew one trump, but played the hearts in the right manner. And could have finished up with 12 tricks, but didn't apparently appreciate that the heart that she spent so long setting up was now a winner and lost a trick at the end. But we've all done it and we'll all do it again, no doubt. Okay, so that's board two. Do we have any questions or comments on board two, please? You're a reticent lot tonight. Usually we get loads and loads of why this, why that, why did we bid this, and why did we bid that, and so on. Okay, no more questions. Oh, we've got a few more people joining us. I think Sonia is telling us. Let me just have a quick look and see who we've got. Oh, yes, we've got a few more. Okay. We're going to move on to board 3, which is this one, he says, as he goes up to the table. Now, I like this one. I think this is the sort of hand that an awful lot of people will get wrong. But let's have a look at it. We get a pass from South to start with, I think. Yeah. The auction goes 1 diamond. Pass from North. 1 spade. Pass. 2 clubs. Suit partner. Pass. 2 hearts. 4 suit forcing. Or natural. I don't know which in these cases. These biddings are quite old, but West says, yeah, well, I can bid no trumps now. We finish in 3 no trumps. I think you will have all heard me say so often that the vast majority of important mistakes are made at trick 1. And this is no exception. We're told that the lead was the 6 of spades. And let's face it, the instinctive reaction is to put the queen or the jack on. Right, that's without giving it too much thought. We think this 6 is probably going to be from an honour, so he's got the king or the queen. But we can't take advantage of that because we can't play the spades again. But let's see what happens if we do play the jack or the queen. South wins. Knows his partner's got 1 more spade at most. Can he get his partner in? Does he need to? He's got the King of Hearts himself. Declarer's not going to get home without the King of Hearts, without the heart trick. So we can afford to give a trick to Tommy. Now, Declarer has got 1 trick now and has got 4 club tricks. That will be 5. And 2 diamond tricks is 7. But as soon as they take the heart finesse, then South will take the King of Hearts and 2 more spades, and that will be 1 off. Right. I'm not sure what would happen if South continued with the diamond instead of setting the spades up. But Declarer could duck it again, and South would still have to give up a spade. So I don't think it's going to gain anything. But this way, the contract goes off. Let's reload it to the table. I will claim that as 1 down at the moment because it's going to go 1 down. And now we'll put it back to the table. And we're just going to bid 3 no trumps by West. Same lead, there's the lead of the 6 of spades. And now if we think about it, it doesn't matter what that holding is from, because we've got the 7, we can duck this. South can win it cheaply with the 8 or whatever he likes, but he cannot set the suit up now and without giving us a trick and without ruining the communication. So if he plays, we'll just play it. He's in with it. But what can he do? If he cashes the ace king of spades, Dummy's got 2 spade tricks. And if he plays a diamond, say, instead, Well, what? Let's count declarer's tricks. Declarer's got 4 club tricks, and 2 diamonds is 6. And even if he loses a heart, declarer's got 3 heart tricks. So there's no way that the opposition can generate 4 more tricks. They've got 2 spades and a heart, but they can't improve upon that. And if they cash the 2 spades first, then declarer will have 2 spade tricks and won't need the heart. So by docking that first trick in dummy, sort of counterintuitive though it appears, but if you think about it, it's certainly the right thing to do. And I think at the table I watched, the 10 of diamonds came back, which was as good as anything. I declare a tackle with the hearts, which is what she always intended to do. South might dock this one and take the next one. But South can count now. You know, declarer's got enough tricks. I'm going to make sure I get my ace king of spades. There's no point now in setting up the. I'll take my ace king of spades, and that will be 9 tricks. So the opposition playing one more, so declarer is just going to make 9 tricks. So I think at one table South apologised. I miscounted when he cashed the spades, but in fact he couldn't do anything. Because declarer got it right. Declarer played low from dummy at trick 1, and from that point on, there was no defence. So well done to those who got it right. Well done, Pato. Miss Pato was watching, and she got it right. She played low from dummy, and then the opposition could do nothing about it. I don't know how many other people made it, but that was the way that we should play board 3. Do we have any comments or questions on board 3 now? You're very welcome, Pat. Yeah, very welcome. No, well played. Pleased for you. No other comments or questions? Okay. And we will move on to board 4. He says, come on, board 4. Right. This auction starts off with West, pass, pass, pass. I think this is one of the trickier hands. 1 club from South, 1 spade overcall. Why not? Already passed, got reasonable values and a reasonable suit. 2 diamonds from North. Pass. 2 no trumps from South. I can look after the spades partner, don't you worry about those. And North says, all right, 3 no trumps. I remember what I said just a few minutes ago. Let's have a look. Lead, we're told, was the 6 of spades, which East put on 10. And let's face it, the instinctive reaction is to win with the jack. But let's think about it. Remember what I said, more mistakes at trick 1 than anywhere else in declarer play. And let us think about it. What's going to happen? We're going to try and set up these diamond tricks. We've got 4 club tricks, 2 hearts is 6. That would be 2 spades. If we took the jack of spades, that would be 8. So we would just need 1 diamond trick. But if East can get the lead with a diamond and fire the 3 of spades or whatever the spade he's got left back, then we won't have time to develop a diamond trick. The opposition will set up the spades before we can set up the diamonds. Now, has East got an entry in diamonds? Well, yes, we know he has, because the lead and the trick played, when East plays the 10, he hasn't got the king or the queen. So West has got them both, the king and the queen. And that means that East must have one of the diamond honors because West passed as dealer. If he had the king, queen of spades and the ace of diamonds and the king of diamonds, he would have opened the bidding. He'd have had a minimum at least 12 count, but he didn't. So we know that East has got one of those diamond donners. And if we take this first spade with the jack, what will happen is that when we play a diamond, because we need a diamond trick, we play a diamond, East will win and fire the spade back, and that will be curtains. So we are not going to. Well, let's see what happens. We'll just show you what happens if we take it. We're going to have to play a diamond. Back comes the spade, and it doesn't matter whether we put the nine on or whatever, because he can afford to knock the ace out, and he's still got a diamond entry, and that will be one off. So let's claim that as one off at the moment, and then we'll put it back to the table. Here we go. And we'll just bid three no trumps by South. Although we will remember that West passed as dealer and subsequently bid the spades. Right, so here we come again. Six of spades lead. Having worked out what we've just worked out, we duck it, and back comes a spade. So we put the nine on, and West wins. But look at the difference. West cannot continue spades. If he does, he gives us two spade tricks. And he won't be able to set the suit up and get to them because his partner, who's got one of the vital diamond tricks, doesn't have a spade to play. So let's say that West chooses to play something else. Well, what can he play? If he plays a heart, in fact, that will give Declarer a finesse position as well. Can he play a spade? Well, gives Declarer two spade tricks. Nothing's any better, right? Let's play a spade. The Declarer wins and plays a diamond. Doesn't help West to jump in with the king. His spades are not set up yet. East doesn't have a spade left. Give West his diamond trick. But we have the rest. We've still got the spade. We've got two hearts, three clubs and diamonds. We've got trump tricks coming out of our ears now. So we've got all the tricks that we needed. But by remembering the bidding, the fact that West passed to start with, we could deduce with quite a high degree of accuracy that East had at least one of the diamond donners. And he almost certainly has a spade left. If we take the first spade and attack all the diamonds, they will win the race. They will clear the spades before we can set up that vital diamond trick. All right, let's claim our 9 tricks. Here we go. Okay, and we'll ask you if there are any questions or comments on board 4. Okay, I will first of all stop the share and stop the recording.